Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Xochitl. If you are new here, do not forget to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with some more videos. Today I wanted to do kind of like a get ready with me chit chat, just playing with some makeup using some of the newer products I've picked up so far for the drugstore releases. So if you guys want to see some affordable products in action, then definitely just keep on watching. And I've already curled my hair, pre-curled my hair, trying to get it out of my face. I've prepped my skin and even went in with my Mario Badescu facial spray, and we feel so hydrated. So what I'm gonna do is actually start with my eyes while we let that kind of set in. And I'm not gonna take an eyeshadow base. I'm actually just gonna use the MILANI Conceal and Perfect Concealer. I did a full-on review and demo on this concealer if you guys have not seen it. And I was debating, I was like, should I use the MILANI concealer? Should I use the L'Oreal? I really could not decide, but last time I did my makeup, I did the L'Oreal, so I was like, okay, we're gonna do the MILANI because I miss it already. And you know what I did not do? I did not wet my sponge, but that's okay. We can use it dry for right now, and then I'll wet it. I'm gonna take the Morphe sponge and just pat that in. Actually, I might get a little bit more coverage like this. Pat that in. Just gonna take a little bit of powder and set my eyes in preparation for my eyeshadow. I'll wet my sponge later because I'm really lazy. The eyeshadow palette that I'm gonna use, and I need to get some of their other colors that they came out with, is the Wet n Wild, their new My Glamour Squad palette, which if you guys have not seen the video, I've got videos on all of these things. This, I did a kind of dupe comparison with the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Soft Glam palette. It's like the exact same thing, so I wanted to do another tutorial so you guys can see it in action. And actually I did pick up, there was a set of 3, where is it? Oh yeah. There was a set of 3 little pigments from Wet n Wild, which I picked up. I think it was a holiday collection. Might still be lingering around Walgreens, but they might have these individually. I don't know if online. So I'm debating between this shade right here, Noel, and Jolly. Yeah, these are definitely highlight or holiday collection, but I want to see if their pigments are any good, because for 3 of these it was like $5, which is pretty awesome. So I want to see if they're any good, because I know I've used MAC pigments and those are expensive for one. It's like what, like $20 for like one little bottle, which you'll never ever go through. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with a transition shade. I'm just gonna do one eye, and then I'll just do the other one off camera, save you guys some time. I'm gonna take my Sonia Kashuk brush, and this is the 109 brush. I've mentioned this a lot. They don't have any of these anymore. They've updated their collection, so I need to try a couple of their newer brushes, but this was like only $3, so I was like, ah. And it's still good. I bought this a couple years ago, and I bought like 2 more, I think, because they were so good. And like I said, I normally never wear whatever I'm wearing out while I do my makeup because I'm super messy, and we are dealing with, I'm going to use loose powders and pigments, so we do not want that all over our face. And I actually already got this shirt dirty. There's like a hot Cheeto stain on it. It was the Flamin' Hot Doritos, which, by the way, has anybody tried those? Finally found them at 7-Eleven. They're popping up at Jewel. I found some, what's it? Walgreens. Walmart they're supposed to be at. Circle K gas station. If you guys have seen those, but I think they're pretty good. Definitely, yeah. Definitely addicting. Definitely more spicy. It's crazy. Minchi lemon. Like, it's one of those, like, it's like, oh, I need like 2 bottles of water. But they're so good. So if you guys haven't tried them, but I feel like they definitely stain your fingers even more than like regular, you know, hot Cheetos. It's crazy. So what was I gonna say? That's how I know Frankie's been living with me too long, because he's like, oh yeah, pick up some Flamin' Hot Funyuns or some Flamin' Hot Doritos. And then he ate the rest of my Doritos, which he never does. But it's like, okay, oh, you're gonna do that today. Then I saw on the little towels in the bathroom like little finger stains, like I could see where he like grabbed it. It was with I was like, you ate the Flamin' Hot Doritos. Caught his little fingerprints, but those are good. But you just gotta be careful, because those will stain. I went in with this shade right here, and I'm just taking that on to my crease. Nothing like super crazy with the eyes, just something simple. I'm just gonna pop pigment in my lid, which if you guys that's like, you know, need something quick but you want a little pop of glam, will definitely, you know, add a little pigment. So I'm just hoping it's like, hopefully these wear well. Instead of going in with the orange, I'm actually going to take this like burgundy shade because I cannot resist a burgundy, and I'm taking a Sigma E25 brush. The other brush that I use is a Morphe M433, very similar. Morphe's a little bit cheaper, but I feel like the Sigma will just last a little bit longer. So it just depends on what you need at the moment. Just gonna add that, start on the outer part and then bring that in. And then we're gonna blend it out further with another brush. Going to take my brush that comes in the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. That'd be awesome if Wet n Wild would come up with a brush just as good, but I mean, $5 pay. I'll take just a really great palette. In general, I don't know why sometimes, like, what do makeup brands think sometimes when they put like a really crappy brush in with the palette? It's like, here you go, and a free brush, which we're gonna, you know, say is part of the cost, but it's garbage. Like, what? Like, why are you just wasting everybody's money? Like, can you add something else that I'm actually going to use? I don't know. Not a fan, but Anastasia Beverly Hills does a great job with their brushes, and I love them. Gonna take a little bit, yeah, let's do a little bit of the brown. I'll think about adding some black maybe to like really smoke it out. We can always add black. And take a little bit of that brown shade with that same Anastasia brush, and we're gonna pack it on the outer part. And then we'll blend it out. Maybe add a little bit of black. Now what I'm going to do is take a little bit of my MILANI concealer, and I'm actually going to carve out the crease. I'm going to add a little bit of an eyeshadow color for there. That's what I kind of like to do to layer before I put on a pigment on top, just so it looks just more pigmented, a little bit more intense, and you can really either match up the color or kind of even change it up a bit depending on what you kind of want to go for, which I'm not sure what we're going to do. So let's carve out the lid first with some concealer. This is why I like a good like medium to full coverage concealer to do this. Generally I like it for underneath my eyes. And then we've got a multi-purpose product. So I think I'm going to take this gold shade just because it's a little bit darker. And I'm going to put this on my lid, and then I'm going to layer it on top with the pigment. I'm telling you, these shadows on their own, Jesus Christ, they're so good. Like, you don't need a pigment, but I just wanted to play. I actually bought these pigments, whatchamacallit, hopefully for a holiday tutorial, but that never happened. I needed a break over the holidays. I needed to chill. I was busy. So I'm going to take the one in the shade Noel. I'm actually going to open it up. I actually like the little sifter. I'm going to put a little bit on the back. In order to get your pigments to last a little bit longer, what I like to go in with first is actually a glitter glue. So I'm going to take my Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and I'm actually going to use it on the back of my hand. It's not Drugstore. The other one that I would suggest too is the NYX glitter glue. But I just don't have it. I just have a crap ton of this left, so that's the only reason why I haven't bought in the NYX one, because I was like, but I already have one, you know, type of a deal. So I'm going to use this, but feel free to use an affordable. I think that's like the only non-affordable thing I'm using. Okay, don't kill me. So I'm just going to take that with a different brush, and I'm just going to pat this. And this is just like a little mini brush from Wet n Wild. Use any brush. I like the little Real Techniques detailer ones. I'm just patting this on wherever I want that pigment to go. And this is going to help ensure it lasts a bit longer. You could totally go in with like some Fix Plus or something, some face spray, and just the pigment. But I want this to last all night long. So I'm going to spray it with my setting spray. So I'm just going to spray my setting spray, and I'm just going to dip into that pigment. Ooh, this already looks promising. And I'm just going to add this to my lid. Ooh. Should have gone with that white, but this will do. Oh. Damn. Okay, I need to see if Wet n Wild has these individually, because I will. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Wet n Wild. What? What? Oh my god, and like the size of these is like the same size of what you probably get for MAC. And I got 3 of these for $5, which I'm pretty sure maybe at most, maybe for like one, because it's Wet n Wild, maybe it's like $5 or something. Like, what? Okay, I need to find individual shades. Oh my god. We shall see how this wears tonight. But, ooh. Oh. Oh, so far so good. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I'm excited. It's just off taking a little bit of that red shade and just blending that in. I think I might have to smoke this out with some black, but I'll do that at the end once I do my liner. Taking a little bit of that brown and mixing that in. Also why I'm doing foundation after, so I don't get it all over my face. And turning that around, and we are blending. Easy peasy. Don't worry, my face will come together. I'm gonna finish up the other eye off camera just so I don't bore you, and we'll be right back. Prime my face with my L'Oreal Glow Lock Primer, and today's foundation, I've been wanting to use the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I've been loving this foundation more and more that I've been using it. The only thing I'm not a fan of is the smell. It's kind of strong. I don't know. I forgot what other product I was talking about. And I did mention, I think, in the review and demo that it had a pretty strong smell. And someone was like, I don't smell anything. I was like, maybe I'm just becoming one of those people who are like sensitive to smells or whatever, because I used to be like, what are you talking about? But maybe that's me now. So who knows, but I feel like this one has a pretty strong smell, but I still love it. I wore this in my last video, my 10 products, $10 and under, and I remember I took a photo and I was like, oh man, that looks nice. Like, this foundation's really good, and this is on my dry skin in the winter time. It's like a natural finish. The fact that like I'm in love with the natural finish foundation in the wintertime is huge. Because my skin is like really dry, and that was without me like super prepping and like hydrating my skin. So I was like, ooh, I did that today, so let's see how nicely this wears. I love the coverage, I love the blendability. I'll link that video down below in case you guys want to see it, but so far I love it so much. And I'm using the Morphe sponge to blend it out. I wet it. That's what I did in between. Taking a little bit more and blending that out. I have mine in the shade 455, which I think is pretty good for my skin tone. But I like to really take the time to pack in my foundation and blend it in, no matter how easily blendable, to really just get that nice seamless. I've been wanting to pick up that e.l.f. what is it, that poreless putty primer that everybody's been talking about. I remember there's a bunch of new products e.l.f. had come out with, and I remember it came out a while ago, and I was gonna get it along with their, what is it, Opposites Attract eyeshadow palette, but I ended up not doing it, and now I regret it. But I don't know, because I've been seeing a lot of people love it, but I feel like so far for the people who have been using it have oily or like normal skin, so I really want to know how that's gonna work on dry skin. It's hard for me to get excited about a primer when it's not specifically like a hydrating or glowy primer, dry skin. But I just wonder, I feel like as I've been getting older, I see maybe some more like pores that need to be like covered around my face, so that's the only reason why I do want to try like a pore filling primer. Normally I've been like, it doesn't matter for me, you know, type of a deal, but we're getting there. I'm going to go ahead and take my MILANI Conceal and Perfect Concealer again, and we're just going to use that to highlight around the face, down the bridge of the nose, and my forehead. That's all you really need is, well, we'll see. Just one. Bring it down to really highlight that face. And I haven't seen the MILANI concealer in stores yet. Hopefully that'll be coming out. Actually, no, that's why. I think the concealer and the new stick foundation are going to be a Walmart exclusive. So that's why, because I've been at Walgreens. I haven't been to Walmart. I'm actually hoping to go to Walmart this weekend. But that's why I haven't seen it in Walgreens, duh. So hopefully it'll be even cheaper. They're both like what, $10 each. So hopefully maybe even at Walmart it'll be even cheaper. But I love this concealer so much. I'll link that video for you guys to check it out. Nice and medium coverage. It's not new, but I mentioned this in my 10 under 10, the Colourpop No Filter Loose Powder. And I'm going to go ahead and take that. I have mine in the shade Translucent. I'm going to set my under eyes. Should I use a mirror? Yes, I should. Set that concealer in place. Flawless. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my brows, and I'm going to use my that's my lip liner. I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild, the new brow pencil, the micro brow pencil, and I'll probably put on some liner and lashes too. So I put on my brows using the Wet n Wild micro brow pencil, and then I did my liner with NYX liquid liner, and I added my Ardell wispy lashes. I know I need to get some new lashes. Cocoa lashes, they don't sell them anywhere in stores here in Chicago where I can just pick them up. Unless you know of it, please let me know. And I don't know, actually, you know, I'm just going to stop complaining. I'll make an order later soon. But the other thing I was going to do is pick up some of the House of Lashes Iconics at Ulta because they sell them now in stores. But the time that I went, they didn't have any of the Iconics. They just had Iconic Lights. I was like, no, give me the drama and type of a deal. So hopefully I can pick those up this weekend. But until then, I'm going to use my Ardell Wispies because, you know, we're being, you know, economically friendly type of a deal. I'm not going to set my face with powder because the last time I actually used this foundation, I didn't set it with powder, and I love the way that it looked. I have dry skin, so I feel like once it dries down, it kind of, it's like self-sets in a way. Like for my skin specifically, I don't really get oily, so I don't need that. So we're just trying something different. And I'm going to go ahead with my Wet n Wild Iconic bronzer in the shade Sunset Striptease. And I had actually used this before in my last Get Ready With Me, and I really like it. I like the shade. I used this in my last video. Really easy to use. I'm using my Wet n Wild. This is I think their blush brush. And I really like it for bronzer as well. So we're just going to bronze up the face, around the temples, and down the chin. I'm doing all this makeup to go to a bar that's probably going to be dark as hell. But when the light hits, you'll notice my makeup. I mean, might as well do everything. I should have gotten lazy and just done nothing, but I really wanted to play with that, my Glamour Squad palette and the pigments, which those are nice. Jesus, you're giving MAC a run for their money. I need to find these individually in other colors. Like if I see other colors, I'm totally getting them. Because that's the thing with me. I would never buy so many MAC pigments. They look really nice. But I was like, $20 for all these different colors. I'm going to use like how many times? Because you really only use them like how many times? But if I can find affordable ones from Wet n Wild, hell yeah, I'm going to pick up some more. And then like share them with my friends and split it and save even more money. Actually, I want to really chisel out my cheekbones, so I'm bringing old school back. This is the NYX blush in taupe, and I'm actually going to take my e.l.f. brush, really chisel out these cheekbones. This is a taupe color, very cool tone. I want to sculpt the face. I kind of like pat it in there and brush it out and create that shadow effect. Gonna take my loose powder and that sharp edge of that Morphe and carve out them cheekbones. And then almost drop my powder everywhere. This is why I don't do loose powder. I'm so clumsy. I'm gonna take my Flower Beauty blush and my Up and Up brush from Target. Ooh, God, this foundation looks so good. And I didn't pick out my highlight. I'll grab that in a bit. I'll do that once I get my clothes on. I'm just gonna, this is the same brush I rubbed off my makeup with the other day when I did a video, so there's no powder on this except the powder that I take off. I'm just going to blend everything out. Gonna take my L'Oreal Smoldering Voluminous Smoldering Eyeliner, and I'm going to add this to my waterline And even my top line too, just to blend in my falsies. Gonna take my pencil brush and I'm gonna run that red shade underneath my lower lash line. Add that definition on the top, just with what's ever left over. Okay, yeah. I don't know, what do you guys prefer? No shadow underneath or shadow? I like a little bit of shadow just to kind of bring everything together. But if I were to forget, I guess we would be okay. I'm just gonna run that. I think this is a Sigma pencil brush. Alright, I'm gonna go, this is the point where I'm gonna add a little bit of black because I feel like it. I want to smoke it out just a little bit. This is why I like using a pencil brush, just for product placement, and let's not go too crazy. Totally could, but I'm good. And then when I add the wing, I kind of know, like, alright, this is exactly where I need to put it, and this is exactly how high I need to go. Then I'm just going to take no additional product and one of my blending brushes that I used earlier and just kind of blend that out, just so it doesn't look super harsh. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and change, and then I will figure out which highlight and a lipstick I'm going to wear. I'll be back. Gonna set my face with my MILANI Make It Last setting spray. And then I honestly couldn't decide which MILANI Amore Satin Matte lipstick I wanted to use because those are my favorites right now. But I thought I would go, I guess, the nudier option, just because I might be sipping some drinks, so I don't want to worry about reapplying, or it just fades into the lips a little bit better in the case that I do need to reapply. But they're long lasting in general, so either color would work. But I'm going to take the Flower Beauty Petal Pout lip liner in Toffee. Then I'm gonna go with my MILANI Amore Satin Matte lipstick in the shade Indulge. This is definitely one of my favorite shades. Like, I didn't think I'd like a terracotta-y type orange shade, but this one is good. Guess who almost forgot about their highlight? I am going to take my MILANI Strobe Light in Day Glow, and we are going to highlight our face. Yes. Oh my god. Ooh, I love that they have a different shade, so if you need something a little bit deeper, a little bit lighter. Mine is an 02, they have an 01, and I think they have like 2 other darker shades. So look at that highlight though. And that is a completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed something very simple yet affordable. If you guys have not picked up that Wet n Wild My Glamour Squad palettes, I love it. You guys need it. These pigments though, these pigments, let's see how they're holding up. And I just finished my makeup, and they're still looking wonderful. I need to find some more of those Wet n Wild pigments, but I hope you guys enjoyed this get ready with me, and we will see maybe my next video, chit chatty one, I can update you how these pigments hold up. But I really wanted to just play with some of these new drugstore releases a little bit more, because, you know, as they're coming in, I'm reviewing more and more, and just want to play with these on camera for you guys so you can see how they perform. But I love this foundation. I love this very simple, easy look. Let me know if you guys try it. Once again, do not forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up with some more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.